What's going down? What's going down? We're back with another episode.
Welcome back, ladies and gents.
Yeah, what's your favorite podcast, people?
What's up, y'all?
And this is our show 6.
Love.
And marriage. That's Jess.
That's her.
Yup.
Come on. Before we even get started,
Yep.
you already know what they need to do. Smash that like button, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Y'all know we here every other Wednesday at 8:12. Y'all don't want to
8:12.
miss nothing, so why don't y'all hit that bell too? You know, we on Instagram at SLM Podcast, and you can catch us on Facebook. So
Facts.
now that's out the way.
SLM.podcast.
Yeah.
Like, follow, share.
You
All right.
always try to throw me off when you say a little extra stuff like that.
I know. It's all
Anyway,
good.
Tell the people why we're here.
Hey, we're here with a great topic tonight.
Come on.
So what we going to talk about today, you know?
I'm ready. I tell you, every time I'm coming,
Gonna dive
I'm just
into
shooting
it.
off the hip because you come with some stuff. So
But it's something that we all go through, we all talk about.
Okay, so what is it?
It's all about timing.
That's the topic.
That's the topic.
Okay. It's all about time. Okay,
When we
so when you
talk
say
about-
that, okay,
yeah.
I was going to say elaborate.
So
What you
now, when we say it's all about timing, we're talking about life,
got? Okay,
life events, relationships.
Okay. that's good.
Yeah.
You know, because I can get down and dirty.
How do we
with
know
that.
it's the right time to do whatever it is that we do?
Oh,
Yeah.
I mean, that can go in several different ways because, so I always tell you, like, back in the gap when we were dating, I don't want you to, because I've never been a person to where I was like, oh, I want to get married, oh, I want to get married, oh, I want to get married.
Yeah.
So I was telling you, before we plan future and all that, let's be ready for that.
Yeah. Okay, how you know
And
when
some
you're ready?
people say, I was just going to say, some people say, how do you know you're ready? How do you know you're ready? I feel like when you know, you know.
Okay.
You know? And for us personally, because y'all know we get real and we talk about personal business to a certain extent.
Yeah.
But, you know, for us, we went through a lot of ups and downs when we were dating. So
Roller coaster.
it
Hold on,
was
baby.
it a shaky ride. No, but we went through a lot of ups and downs when we were dating, and I told you I was not ready to take that next step with you until I knew that this is what you really wanted to be.
Facts.
So, and we did a lot of counseling, we did a lot of personal counseling.
Prep.
That's big though.
Yeah.
Like I feel like people don't really go to counseling like they should to get the tools that they need.
Yeah.
You know, for marriage. Because it's supposed to be for a lifetime.
Yeah.
And we're not supposed to really get divorced, you know? So it's just those things to where you kind of try to figure it out and work it out. Yeah. Because it is supposed to be to
So those are basically the personal things you try to know or figure out for yourself so you know that it's the right time
There
to make
you
the
go.
decision
There you go.
do.
Because I wouldn't have never married you if I felt like that you wouldn't, I'm not going to say you, we wasn't at the place to where we knew we can take the next step. Sure. So we prepped in the beginning for the right time for us to get married.
And for you to know it personally.
And for me to know it personally.
Yeah, I mean.
Because if it wasn't, because if it wasn't whatever date that we set, I promise you, I would have pushed that back.
Oh, yeah. Keep pushing. Push it.
I ain't finna just be getting married just to get married, you know?
Yeah.
So if it needed to be pushed back, I mean, sorry, venue, how much do y'all cost to push that date back for an extra 6 months so we can work out some things? So that's the timing that I look at it when we talking about our personal relationship.
Yeah, for sure. And I look at it too, because me personally, I wasn't trying to get married again anyway. At a time.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? But timing. The right thing came along. Made me work a little bit.
Yeah,
because I really was in a space like, hey, I have been divorced, and I was like, I ain't doing that again, and the way I'm finna live life, I'm gonna figure some things out, because that's a lot of things people do, trying to figure out when the right time to do something. They're trying to figure themselves out, trying to wait for the right specific moment and all that, but then you never know. When the right person come along, it's like, it's my time to shine.
It's the personal growth, though.
Yeah, but a lot of people do those things. Because think about now, like the things we see now, it's a lot of self-love movement, this kind of. And when we're talking about relationally and timing of doing stuff, people like, I want to get myself together before I'm able to pursue this, or I want to... Because
it's not the right time for me to be in a relationship because I still need to work on self.
I got to work on this. I got to work on that. Or...
To be honest, I'm an advocate of that. Yeah, because you should personally work on yourself before inserting yourself into a situation where you probably know this is where I probably shouldn't be at this time.
Gotcha.
Because it's wasting other people's
time
when you're not for real. Come on.
And I got time today.
Well, I don't.
And I think that too, also with that, you have to have some of those things clear. Mm-hmm. But do you think that, I was reading something.
Okay.
Do you think that knowing when the right time is or deciding when the right time is, do you think that affects the level of commitment people are able to give?
It depends, because I feel like that you can't force anybody into anything. So if their timing doesn't match your timing,
that affects your level of commitment then, right?
No.
Yeah, because if it's not the right time, you feel like it's not the right time, I'm only going to commit so much. Let's just say I'm working on these things. I'm trying to get myself together. I am dating. Okay. I am with someone. But for me, it's not the right time, really. So I'm not going to be as committed fully into the relationship.
Well, you shouldn't be in a relationship if it's not the right time for you to be in a relationship.
But what if it's like boyfriend, girlfriend? But what if it's trying to go further than being long term? When we're talking long term,
okay,
we're playing the long game now.
So you're saying y'all are dating for a while, right?
Uh-huh.
But it's not. You don't feel like the timing is right for you to actually fully commit to a relationship or fully commit to a marriage.
To the marriage and for the long game.
See, that's the thing, like...
So do you just stay away from it altogether? But you can't do that because then you don't find what you're looking for.
Well,
Come on.
I'm 50-50 with that because I agree. But on the other side of that, I feel like that you should have that time, quote unquote, here we go with that word time. You should have that time to figure things out because you never want to jump into a committed relationship / marriage and you still have things to where you need to figure out. And it can go beyond the person. It can be if you're having depression issues, if you're having personal, image issues, because let's just say I had body issues and you always tell me, oh, baby, you look so good. Oh, you're so fine. Oh, you look so pretty today. But if I don't personally believe that and I'm always downing that, be like, no, I don't. Stop. No, I don't. I'm look big today. Or, my feet swollen today. Or I don't even have my hair done. If I damper that and if I keep, saying that kind of stuff, I mean... Until I personally get some things together. And that's where I feel like that.
So do you, not to cut you off.
No, yeah,
so
go.
do you think those things will, let me say, what's the word I'm looking for? Deter people from saying, this is the right time for me to be with you?
Yes.
Oh, that's crazy.
I mean, some, I have to play the devil's advocate with that because some people may be like, this ain't the right time.
Yeah, because when people feel like things are the right time, they start to look different, they dress different, they feel different, they have more confidence in doing different things, and they walk a little different. Like, okay, I'm ready. What they call it, walking my purpose.
And baby, the purpose is there. But when the purpose is not there, they may want to take a step back. And for the other person, let's just say you on the other hand, let's say if I'm the person that's like, oh, I need the time, whatever. With you, you're going to be like, okay, well, I'm ready right now.
So how do you read these things? Let's just say you and I, we're dating. We're together now a long time. We're dating, we're this and that, going out, having a good time, enjoying each other. And how do you know it's the right time? If I come and say, you know what, I'm really feeling her, I'm gonna just go and tell her tonight, hey, I really want to make this work between you and I want you to be my girlfriend. And you like, yes, I accept that.
Okay.
How do you know that was the right time to say, yeah, come on, we gonna do this?
It could be the moment. It could be everything that we've been through before. It can be just life experiences. It can just, I feel like that when the moment is there.
You just know it.
And you just know it.
Well, what do you got?
Hopeless romantic.
Yeah, I can tell. Yeah. For me, I got to be sure.
So in the time, I'm like, sure, I'll be your girlfriend.
But what if you're dealing with all the things you just said?
Well, then.
See what I'm saying?
Well, then I'm in the moment. I may say yes. You
gotta come back and figure it out.
I may have to come to the table.
Gotta come to the table back on that again. But yeah, when you think about that, I just be always like, there is a right time, but then you kind of just gotta go with it sometimes. I
do feel like that too.
I think when you start to get all like, okay, in 2 weeks or 2 months we're gonna do this, or 2 weeks. Yeah, certain things use time in life. Certain things you have a time period on. Like, okay, I'm gonna give myself this amount of X amount of time. But when we talk about relationally or in that nature, I don't think you could put a time on it.
I agree. And as everybody know, I love me some Chris Brown. Chris Brown. This song that said, "It's never the right time to say goodbye."
Yeah.
It's never the right time.
Yeah, all that. Yeah. Thank you.
No, but even in a breakup, when you're really not supposed to be with a person, but when on one show, as we said, it gets toxic, it's never the right time to say, this is not working. Because if we keep holding on to something, and I think people do that all the time, if they keep holding on to something that we pretty much know is not really going to go anywhere, we're wasting time.
Yeah.
So it's really not the right time to say goodbye, but you got to say bye.
Yeah.
So when I look at timing, it's one of those, to me, gray areas a bit, because people say, oh yeah, the timing is right. I know it has to be the right timing. Yeah. But for other people, they like, it's never the right time.
Right.
It's never the right time to say, hey, yeah, I'm going to jump into this position where I know I need to be. It's never the right time to where I'm going to say, oh, yeah, I know that, this is the time where me and this person's supposed to be together. It's never the right time to say, oh, yeah, I need to plan and have for a baby or anything like that, because everything is on God's timing. Yeah, so we can, as they say, we can make all these plans and all that, and God just going to do what? Laugh in our faces.
That's it.
Because he's going to be making the timing for everything in our life.
And give you the mental capacity to make the decision.
So as we're supposed to do, I feel like we're just supposed to plan and do the best that we can on our end to be the best version of ourselves, so we will be ready for whatever comes our way. And that's the right timing.
Yeah.
So, I mean...
But it's hard because we always try to trump that.
We do.
Because we want what we want when we want it.
We want what we want when we want it. And at this point, it's the right time.
But that is good, though. You never know when is the right time to move on from something or continue to doing something. Like, I just think about myself a lot when I think about this. Because I'm like, think about all the past decisions that could have been made.
Yeah.
If we just moved on.
Yeah.
At the time.
At the time. Or let it go. At the time.
For sure.
Or stop doing something. At the time. You never know where your life would have taken you.
Facts. Now, when we look at relationships, though, and people have spent a lot of time with somebody, right?
Okay.
So you've been together a couple of years.
Okay.
or 6 months.
Okay.
Right? Couple of years, 6 months. And then somebody poses a question like, look, how long do you think Until what if a person really wants to get married, really wants to have a long-term relationship, and they just have a feeling, they feel it, and they come and present and say, well, about how long do you think until you're ready to do the same thing that I'm doing or the same thing that I want to do? And they have a great relationship, great bond, everything is good. But like you said something the other night, like if somebody was to propose.
Oh, yeah.
Right? If I come to you and I come propose and you like, nah, fam.
That's going to break your heart.
That person is crushed. It's over because that wasn't the time for that person.
But
when y'all thought it was for each other, how does that mishap happen?
You have got to have been to the table before anybody have proposed. I feel like before someone goes and buy a ring,
I think
conversations have been had.
But if they've been to the table, Jess, they could have been on the table. For somebody to have that much of a feeling and feel like it's the right time
for you at that point.
It's the right time for me to do this, and they come, make it all beautiful. Make a real
invited family and friends.
Everybody there, their cameras out, and the person's like, "Nah, fam, I'm not ready for that." That's tough.
No, that's tough, and I feel like that. I mean, you can't fault people for that because it's their life as well. I don't even know if I got anything for that one.
Yeah, you don't. Nobody does.
I don't have that, because I feel like before a man feels as if, okay, this is going to be the person that I want to spend the rest of my life with, we've already built some type of foundation.
I think
in the dating stage. I'm going out to wherever jury place that you want to go to.
I think
every kiss begins with K.
Yeah, Robert's brother. But I think a woman really would let a man know before they do something like that it's the right time.
Yes.
And I think people ain't gonna like this one. But look, let's be real though. Okay. Like now, I think newer as life has moved on, yeah, it's still a surprise to some people. But I think couples now, they talk about it first. And be like, and I almost believe sometimes in the things we see that women know they finna get proposed to. You know, they know it.
Well, because majority of the time,
they know
ladies,
it, and it's like, okay, it's the act now.
But hold on. But I think majority of the time, the ladies and the women are the ones who's making they're dropping the nuggets. They're dropping these hints. They're dropping, well, I ain't finna be dating nobody for 6 years.
They gonna drop the hint. Even after all the hints, it's still, I think they still know.
They know
before it happens, but then I think now it's more of the timing of when you do it as a man. She already knows it's coming.
She knows it's coming. She has a feeling. She
just wants it to be nice now. It's not like the old adage of like, oh, surprise. Yeah, I'm going to still surprise you because you may not know when it's coming, but you know it's coming.
The timing.
That's what I think now. Like, yeah.
No, I agree with that because women nowadays could put you in, as I call that, pressure cooker.
Yeah, they're going to put you in that cooker.
So
what you trying to do? What you doing?
We ain't finna be dating. I ain't finna be shacking up with nobody. Yeah, you want me to do this? You want me to play with wife and house and all this? But I ain't. Show me the ring.
Yeah.
So as men started,
boy, we got bad though.
As men started hearing
it's tough on us.
Hey, well, my thing is, don't play husband if you ain't trying to be a husband.
Don't play wife if you ain't trying to be no wife.
Well, who you talking to? Because I know you not.
That's what they out here doing.
No, but I mean, people play roles every day, all day.
Speaking of the roles.
Oh, look, we talking about roles or we talking about time? And don't start.
We talking about time.
You can go well off.
We on the roles, but we talk about the roles. They say don't play this, don't play husband, don't play wife.
Okay.
Now we talk about these roles and timing of certain things. But look what people doing now though. So
okay, what?
How you know when it's the right time? And people talk about this all the time. What's the right time to give up that cookie?
Well,
and people engaging in the sexual activities. See what I'm saying?
They are engaging into the sexual activities early.
How do you know? Yeah. How do you know the right time? You know what I'm saying? When I'm dating, me as a man, I'm being real. I'm dating. Back in the day, I'm gonna say what it was for me. I'm gonna give you 6 hours on that. Before we met.
Yeah, before we met, because baby, that's a whole nother story there.
Well, I said you that.
Yeah.
But I used to have in my mind, I'm like, I like her. She's nice. We're gonna go out. First.
She's nice. That's all she needs to be is nice.
She's nice, pretty, got some substance. She opened her mouth. She could talk a little.
You was a fool with it.
Yeah, she could talk a little bit. I'm like, conversation is good. We got a good vibe, chemistry. You know what I'm saying? Boom. Then,
Lord, that's terrible. No, that go
so
ahead.
I'm thinking hey, what's a good time for me to approach this?
Well, you ain't approaching nothing too soon up over here. You tried
I used to be for me, I had a time in my mind.
Yeah.
What
was your now we're talking about timing.
Yeah.
What was your time period to where you feel like that if she ain't giving up that cook,
she ain't for me.
Okay, so what's that time period? Do you feel like days, weeks, months, years?
The meter was really how much I really actually felt like I liked the person.
Okay.
But I was 5 to 7 business days.
I know you lying. Come on. End this podcast now because now I got to slap the crap out of you.
7 days a week. I used to try to push it too.
Who giving up that cook in 5 to 7 business days?
Depending on how you talk, baby. You know what I'm saying?
I always said you got away with words, but ain't no words dropping nothing over here to give up
the
no
chemistry,
cook.
It was the vibe, it was the person. I would just come and say, we were spending, we done went out. I love spending time with you.
Well, you ain't spending. See, that's the thing, ladies.
Can we spend some more time together?
Don't let them spend no time at the crib, cause see, they get comfortable.
Can I come through?
When they come on, when they want to say, "Can I come through?" Don't let them come through, cause then they gonna start doing this, and then they gonna start, putting that music on.
Yeah,
and y'all gonna start drinking, and y'all know what that that devil's juice do to you.
Got the devil's juice.
That devil's juice start getting the flowing.
Don't they call it wine and dine?
Absolutely cannot.
Not wine and dine yet.
So 5 to 7 business days, you whining and dining,
and
you think that it's the perfect time to give up the cook. And if that person is not giving up the cook, you got to holler at them. You got to be like, okay, well, cool, on to the next. You can be cool. You put them in the friend zone, or what you do?
They may get, they may get that little bump to the friend. They'll still be there.
They'll be around.
But see now, back then, y'all, we talking past. Now, see, we get funky with y'all.
Yeah.
We talking past.
Yeah, we are talking past.
We talking past. Yeah, way past. What I'm saying, these are the things people,
Before he met me.
Yeah, well, before.
In the beginning, actually. But probably when he did meet me. Okay.
No, but these are things people do. And I hear these conversations all the time, so I'm just giving hypotheticals. But for me, I'm talking about
personal. Early days.
I would be like, okay, 7 days. I'm like, all right, okay, cool. I'm shooting my shot.
Okay.
Now.
So she ain't giving you the time.
So she could still get a little bit of the conversation, but now I got to insert another. Somebody that's going to meet me on what I think my time should be.
Okay, and then if that person ain't doing, you juggling? You 3 of them down?
I'm juggling, and then going to have to reorder the roster, be a GM.
Oh my God!
But that was a bad day. But that's when you single, then you're dating.
Yeah.
Because now, see, it's laughable now. See, me as a man,
laughable when because I hear this all the time.
When I'm talking about it as a man, people look like, ooh, that's just crazy. He trying to be a player, this and that. But now you hear people that's dating. Yeah. They talk about the time they trying to look for what they're trying to do. Mm-hmm. But you'll hear women say all the time now, well, I'm gonna date everybody. Just cause I'm gonna accept the date. I'm gonna go out to eat. I'm gonna do whatever. I'm gonna go on the walk in the park with Jim and then go to dinner with Harry.
Okay, yeah.
Because I'm not tied down to anybody. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
That's what it looks
But
like.
guess what? Women ain't trying to get that cookie up to John.
You don't know that. The vibe might be right. They might be rocking. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, it's 2023, so
You know what I'm saying?
you never know.
But that's what I'm saying, like, just to go back to the point.
Thank you, Coach. You done went violent.
Yeah, just to go back to the point. How do you know when the time is right for that? And the people, because now, you know, if we looking from a moral compass standpoint, you really ain't supposed to do that till you get married anyway. But now, I read something the other day. They say, well, is it better now? You got to test the model out first to see if that's what you want long term.
You got to dry that test.
You got to, yeah.
Okay,
Does that make sense or no?
People say that with giving the cookie and with moving in because you got to see how they living or whatever. Personally, I'm trying to wait as long as I can because you can't get that back.
You can't.
If I give you that cookie, you already bit it.
Yeah.
That cookie is devoured at this point.
Nah, the body count is up.
So the body count is up. Okay. How many bodies do you want on you? I mean,
yeah.
It's so that's how I look at it. I look at it, are you worth taking this from me? Because it's a piece of me coming to you.
For sure.
So whatever, I mean,
you gotta think about all that.
And that's why I give it time for that to go. So, I mean, when I was younger, have I possibly given it too early? Maybe about within like a 2-3 month span? Sure.
For sure.
But when as you get older and you grow and you learn.
And you're looking for a certain thing.
Yes. You're in the position to make sure that person is right in order to give a piece of you to them. Mm-hmm. Because again, you never get that back.
You ain't.
So, I mean, the timing of us just kind of almost tipped a year. But I mean, you was at the point now. You might have been juggling, probably was, but the timing had to be right for you to know that you needed to stop. So and I feel like even with our personal relationship, get real here. So it is what it is. In the very, very beginning, we were friends first, and I kind of knew you were juggling. And I knew you wasn't at the right time to be in a relationship. For sure. And this is why we came to the table. Yeah. And I said, until you can clear yourself of being married, until you can clear yourself of, actually being in a position where you only want me. Yeah. And only have the desire for me, then that's why I was like, I didn't want to give you that piece of me. Right. So that was my timing.
And it was crazy. And that's why I think for me, the timing came in like, I will possibly get married again, because not just the vibe, but with you and how we got down, it was that component because of what I just spoke on. I was like, I'm tired of that. But see, that timing clicked for you though. Yeah. So it was at that particular moment, whatever that moment was, it was that particular moment. And it just reminds me, like when I think about the moment and the timing, it makes me think of my dad. Like when my dad say he was always in the church and he was doing this, but there was one particular time he got into an accident. It was that time in his life to where when my grandmother said, I'm going to turn you over to the hands of the Lord. And that for him clicked. Like, I'm tripping. Yeah, like, there you go.
Oh, no.
That's how you know he had that moment. You got to quit. Yeah.
So when I think about personal situations and things like that, we probably set time periods for our life, and that's okay, and that's good, because for me, I think that's goals. Yeah. That's goals you try to
for. Because you do have certain things you have to set.
But at the same time, it's like, if we're going to set these things and we're going to set these goals, make sure it's realistic and make sure it's something that you personally want for yourself. Yeah. And
that's how you get it.
Boom. That's the timing. And you wasn't getting that cookie no earlier until I knew.
She sat me down, y'all. I was like, oh, this was going to be a fight.
Yeah, boxing gloves on, we in the ring.
She done put me in the ring. Okay, that's my wife.
For blow. I'm going all rounds.
I say, I'm going to marry this one.
And here we are, ladies.
Locked it down, man. Thank you, Lord.
We got to get out of here.
It's good time, Lord.
We got to get out of here because you really clowned tonight.
Yeah.
And we got to leave the people guessing.
Yeah, for sure. Look, look, man, we appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. Just remember, it's all about timing.
Yes.
And whatever you do. And this was a good show. Yeah,
you got my cheeks kind of hurt because you've been a big miss.
Yeah.
Okay. But y'all catch us next week on our not next week, week after next. Yeah. Because we're gonna drop every other Wednesday.
Every other Wednesday.
At 8:12. So make sure y'all put that bell on. If y'all put that bell on, it'll tell y'all when we gonna drop something. So so until next time. Shh.
It's grown folks talking.
All right, y'all. We out.